The stars had always been a source of wonder for humans. Since the earliest days, people had looked up at the night sky, imagining the countless worlds scattered across the universe. But now, the universe was no longer just a place of dreams. It was a place of threats. The Galactic Empire was one of the oldest and most powerful civilizations in the galaxy. Its fleets were enormous, and its weapons could destroy entire planets. The Empire had ruled over hundreds of systems for centuries, and almost no one dared challenge it. They were confident, proud, and arrogant. To them, Earth was a small, insignificant planet on the edge of the galaxy, barely worth noticing. That was a mistake they would soon regret. On Earth, humans had been watching. The planet's scientists, engineers, and military leaders had long suspected that the galaxy was not as peaceful as it seemed. For decades, secret programs had prepared Earth for the day when other civilizations might decide to invade. Human technology was not the most advanced in the galaxy, but humans had something no other species had: creativity, adaptability, and an unshakable will to survive. When the first scouts of the Galactic Empire entered the solar system, the humans were ready. From the dark hidden bases on the Moon, Mars, and deep underground on Earth itself, the human fleets began to rise. Ships of every shape and size took to the void, their engines glowing softly in the blackness of space. Captain Mira Thorne stood on the bridge of one of the largest human ships, the Aegis Defender. She was calm, but her mind was racing. This was the moment humanity had prepared for. Outside the viewports, the alien ships loomed, sleek, gray, and enormous, bristling with weapons and technology humans had only studied in theory. "Captain Thorne," said her second-in-command, "Lieutenant Aaron Solis, they're in orbit." "They've noticed us?" Mira nodded. "Good. Let them see that Earth does not hide. Let them see we are ready." Her voice was steady, but her eyes burned with determination. The Empire's communication officer, a tall alien with shimmering scales, attempted contact. A message appeared on human monitors in a language unfamiliar to Earthlings. But humans had anticipated this. Their translation systems worked instantly, decoding the message: "Surrender your planet. Resistance is pointless. You are insignificant." Mira smiled faintly. "Send our response." Her voice carried across the galaxy, calm and firm. "Do not mess with Earth. We fight. And we win." The Empire laughed, a sound that echoed across the comms. To them it was amusing. How could a primitive species, barely capable of space travel, even hope to resist the might of their empire? But humans did not laugh. Humans prepared. The first skirmishes began near the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Human ships, small but agile, darted through the fields of rock and ice, appearing and disappearing like shadows. They struck fast, targeting enemy drones and supply ships, and vanished before the Empire could respond. The Empire's commanders were confused. They were used to opponents following predictable tactics, but humans fought differently. Humans thought like predators and survivors. They turned disadvantage into advantage. A simple asteroid could become a shield. A solar flare could hide a maneuver, and a fleet of tiny ships could disable a massive warship if used cleverly. Back on Earth, news of the incoming threat was kept from the general public. Only a few civilians knew the truth. Humans were not just defending their planet. They were about to teach the galaxy a lesson. Across the globe, scientists worked tirelessly, monitoring alien ships, preparing defense systems, and refining strategies that had been developed over decades. Mira Thorne's ship led a squadron to intercept the Empire's scouts. Her ship was smaller than the enemy vessels, but humans had learned a simple truth: size and firepower alone did not win battles. Speed, intelligence, and courage could overcome the strongest adversary. As the fleets approached each other, the human squadron moved with precision. They split, regrouped, and struck from unexpected directions. The alien ships fired massive beams, expecting easy kills, but human ships were always one step ahead. Shields flared, engines flared, and the battle became a dazzling dance of light and energy in the darkness of space. In the chaos, Mira gave orders that were unconventional but effective. Split into pairs. Use the gravity of that asteroid. Fire only when they can't anticipate it. Her crew executed her commands flawlessly. Alien drones were destroyed, and even the Empire's advanced technology struggled to track the unpredictable movements of the humans. After hours of maneuvers, the Empire realized something extraordinary. Humans were not just resisting, they were teaching the aliens about determination. Every human pilot, every engineer on Earth, every scientist at the hidden bases was connected by one thing: an unshakable belief that their planet would never fall. From the Empire's flagship, Admiral Varkon watched with growing frustration. "How is this possible?" he muttered. "They should be crushed. Their technology is primitive. Their numbers are too small. Yet they fight like something I have never seen before." The human response was simple but powerful. Across the galactic network, the message repeated, clear and firm: "Leave Earth now. Respect our home. Or face the consequences," Varkon's officers scoffed. "Consequences? They are nothing compared to us." But deep inside, he felt a cold doubt. There was something different about humans. Something no number of ships or weapons could easily defeat. As night fell on Earth, humans looked up at the stars, unaware of the fear their bravery had begun to sow in the hearts of the Empire. Children played under the sky, people went about their lives, and yet hidden beneath the surface, humanity was preparing for a fight that would echo across the galaxy. Captain Mira Thorne stood alone on the deck of the Aegis Defender, looking at the approaching alien fleet. Her face was calm, but her heart burned with determination. Humans had survived countless challenges, from natural disasters to wars among themselves. They had always adapted, always endured. And now, faced with the greatest threat the galaxy had ever posed, they would do what humans always did: fight, survive, and inspire awe. The Empire believed humans were weak. They would soon learn the truth. Earth was not just a planet. Earth was a warning, and the humans were ready to deliver it. The Galactic Empire had never faced resistance like this. Its fleets were designed to crush entire planets, to obliterate civilizations that dared to oppose it. Yet here in the solar system, humans moved with a cunning that defied all expectations. Captain Mira Thorne's squadron continued its mission. Her small fleet darted through asteroid fields, using the chaos of space to its advantage. Each maneuver was calculated yet flexible, a combination of discipline and instinct. The Empire's ships, massive and powerful, found it nearly impossible to track the humans' movements. Lieutenant Aaron Solis, Mira's second-in-command, watched the radar screens with amazement. "They can't predict us," he said. "No formation, no weapon seems to work against our patterns." Mira's eyes narrowed as she studied the approaching enemy vessels. "That's the point, Aaron. Humans are unpredictable. The Empire expects rules. They expect logic. We give them neither. They cannot win against that." The first major clash occurred near the orbit of Saturn. Human ships emerged from the planet's rings, weaving in and out of massive ice chunks. Their movements were almost like a dance, impossible to predict. The Empire fired its energy beams, expecting instant destruction, but human vessels vanished into shadow, leaving only sparks where they had been moments before. Then, humans struck. Tiny ships surged forward like lightning, disabling key energy nodes on the Empire's cruisers. Explosions rippled through the alien formation, and for the first time the Empire's officers felt fear. From the flagship Imperius, Admiral Varkon roared in frustration. "How is this happening?" "They should be destroyed!" His tactical officer, a stern alien named Kireth, replied cautiously. "Sir, they are not relying on power alone. They are using the environment, speed, and something else. Something we cannot calculate." Mira Thorne's voice crackled over the galactic comms, calm but commanding. "Admiral Varkon, we warned you. This is your choice. Leave now or face the consequences." Varkon's officers laughed nervously. They could not believe that a species so small, so seemingly fragile, could have the nerve to challenge the might of the Empire. Yet, as the human ships struck again, the laughter faded. In a daring move, Mira led a small strike team directly toward the heart of the Empire's formation. Her ship, the Aegis Defender, moved like a phantom, evading massive energy blasts. Her crew followed her with precision, trusting her instincts completely. Lieutenant Solis shouted, "They're locking onto us." Mira grinned. "Good, let them focus. They won't see the real strike coming." At that moment, a secondary fleet of humans appeared from the shadow of Saturn's rings. They targeted the Empire's drones and support ships, disabling communications and weakening the enemy from multiple angles. It was a tactic the Empire had never seen. Humans attacking with coordinated chaos, striking where it hurt most while avoiding direct confrontation. The battle raged for hours, and still the humans held their ground. Earth's hidden orbital defenses activated, sending precise energy pulses that interfered with the Empire's shields. The alien ships designed to withstand planetary bombardments found themselves at the mercy of human ingenuity. Back on Earth, scientists monitored every movement. Dr. Lena Rao, chief strategist at Earth's command center, analyzed the battle patterns. "They're not just fighting," she said to her team. "They are teaching the Empire something. They are showing them what humans can do when united." Indeed, the humans were doing more than defending their planet. They were sending a message to the galaxy: underestimate us, and you will regret it. Mira's ship raced through a storm of ionized particles near Saturn's moons. The ion storm was unpredictable, a dangerous environment for even the most advanced ships. But humans thrived in chaos. Using the storm's energy, they accelerated and struck the Empire's rear guard, causing massive confusion. Imperial ships collided with debris and each other, unable to react quickly enough. The Empire's fleet commander, Admiral Varkon, realized the terrifying truth. They are not just fighting. They are thinking. Faster, smarter, more creative than anyone we have encountered. Kireth, still at his side, whispered, "Sir, maybe we should reconsider." Varkon's face darkened. "Reconsider? We cannot back down. We are the Empire!" But even as he spoke, his mind struggled to understand how humans, so small, so fragile, could challenge his enormous fleet. Meanwhile, the humans remained focused. They did not celebrate. They did not panic. They fought with purpose, using every tactic at their disposal. Captain Thorne's leadership was flawless. Every order was precise, every movement calculated yet flexible. They were not just defending, they were demonstrating a principle that no machine or weapon could replicate: human courage, creativity, and unity. As the battle reached its peak, Mira gave the final order for the day: pull back to the outer edge of Saturn's orbit. Let them chase. Let them tire. We fight smarter, not harder. Her fleet executed the maneuver perfectly, leaving the Empire's ships frustrated and disorganized. Alien drones collided. Energy beams missed their targets, and for the first time, the Empire's commanders felt fear. Mira broadcast one final warning before the humans withdrew temporarily. Her voice was calm, carrying across the stars: "Leave Earth, respect our home. This is your only chance. Ignore this and you will face the full strength of humanity." The Empire did not respond immediately. Admiral Varkon stared at his screens, calculating losses, calculating what could have gone wrong. For the first time in centuries, the mightiest civilization in the galaxy realized that they might not be invincible. Back on Earth, people went about their lives unaware of the epic battle raging in the skies above. Children played in parks, unaware that their planet had just proven its strength to the galaxy. Scientists monitored communications, engineers repaired fleets, and Captain Mira Thorne prepared for the next phase. She knew this was only the beginning. The Empire would not give up easily. They would return stronger and more determined. But humans were ready. They always were. Because humans did not fight only for victory. They fought for survival, for home, for the spirit that made them unique. And in that spirit lay their greatest power: the ability to turn fear into determination, weakness into strength, and chaos into strategy. The Empire would learn a lesson that no galaxy could ever forget. Humans might be small, but when they stood together, they were unstoppable. And Earth was not just a planet to be conquered. It was a force to be reckoned with. The Galactic Empire had returned, larger and more determined than before. Its fleets were reinforced, and the generals were furious. They could not comprehend how a small, seemingly primitive planet had resisted their initial attack. They had underestimated humans, and that mistake would cost them more than they could imagine. Captain Mira Thorne watched the Empire's approach from the Aegis Defender. Her fleet had grown, reinforced by ships hidden across the solar system. Humans had spent days preparing, turning every moon, asteroid, and orbital station into strategic advantages. They had learned from the first encounter and were ready to show the Empire that Earth was not a target. It was a warning. Lieutenant Aran Solis, monitoring the enemy fleet, shook his head. "They've brought everything they have. Hundreds of ships. The Empire won't give up easily." Mira's eyes gleamed. "Good. Let them bring everything. Humans fight best when the odds seem impossible." The battle began near Jupiter, where the planet's massive gravitational pull created a natural battlefield. The Empire's ships advanced, confident in their numbers and firepower, but humans had anticipated this. Using Jupiter's magnetic storms, they disrupted enemy communications, turning the massive fleet into a disorganized formation. Human ships moved with precision, striking weak points in the Empire's formation. Small agile vessels targeted weapon systems and engines, while orbital defense platforms fired with deadly accuracy. Every attack was calculated, every retreat strategic. The Empire's energy beams were powerful, but humans used speed, cover, and ingenuity to avoid destruction. Admiral Varkon aboard the Imperius watched in disbelief. "They are predicting our every move. How is this possible?" Kirith, his tactical officer, answered quietly, "Sir, they are thinking differently. Not like us. They are using creativity, instinct, courage, something no calculation can match." Mira Thorn led the decisive strike. Her ship pierced the enemy's center, weaving between massive energy blasts. Around her, human pilots executed synchronized attacks that disabled multiple Imperial warships. The Empire's flagship, powerful as it was, struggled to keep pace. Then Mira made a bold move. She ordered a direct assault on the Imperius itself. Her smaller fleet surrounded the massive ship, attacking from unexpected angles, exploiting weaknesses no one had thought to defend. The Imperius shuddered under the assault, its shields flickering as humans forced the Empire to fight on terms it could not control. From the bridge of the Imperius, Admiral Varkon's face darkened. "Pull back! We cannot lose to them." But it was too late. Human ships moved with precision, combining technology with instinct. They were unpredictable, relentless, and coordinated. Every strike weakened the Empire. Every maneuver showcased human ingenuity. Back on Earth, the planet itself seemed to join the fight. Orbital defense satellites activated, their beams synchronized with the fleet's attacks. Solar arrays directed concentrated energy toward enemy ships, adding another layer of challenge for the Empire. Even the storms on Jupiter worked in humans' favor, creating natural traps and hazards for the alien fleet. Mira Thorn's message echoed across the galactic network. "We warned you. This is your final chance. Leave Earth, respect our home. Ignore this and face the consequences." The Empire hesitated, for the first time in centuries. A galactic power faced a species it could not easily conquer. Humans had proven that courage, intelligence, and unity were more powerful than technology alone. Admiral Varkon realized the truth. He had underestimated humans. Every strategy, every tactic he had relied on failed because humans did not fight like anyone else. They adapted, improvised, and never gave up. And above all, they fought for something no calculation could destroy: their home, their people, and their freedom. Desperation led the Empire to one final massive strike. Dozens of warships converged on Earth in a coordinated assault, meant to crush all resistance at once. But humans had anticipated it. Using decoys, diversionary attacks, and hidden fleets, they turned the assault against the attackers. Imperial ships collided, weapons backfired, and chaos reigned among the invaders. Mira Thorn's fleet struck with precision, targeting the Empire's command ships. The Imperius, once the symbol of invincibility, was forced to retreat under human assault. One by one, the enemy's ships disengaged, damaged, and demoralized. The Empire had faced defeat at the hands of a species it had dismissed as weak. Silence fell across space. The humans did not celebrate with arrogance. They remained vigilant, knowing the Empire might return. But Earth had proven itself. Humanity had shown the galaxy what it meant to fight for survival, for home, and for the indomitable spirit that defined them. Admiral Varkon, battered and humiliated, retreated with what remained of his fleet. He had seen a species capable of thinking, adapting, and acting in ways no algorithm or weapon could predict. The humans had not just defended their planet, they had rewritten the galaxy's understanding of strength. On Earth, people looked up at the night sky, unaware of the massive battle that had just been won in their solar system. Scientists, engineers, and pilots returned to their stations, preparing for the future, knowing that the galaxy would never forget the day humans stood against the mightiest empire and prevailed. Captain Mira Thorn stood on the deck of the Aegis Defender, looking toward the stars. Her face was calm, but her eyes reflected the fire of determination. "They will not forget," she said quietly. "And neither will we." Lieutenant Aaron Solis smiled. They will tell stories about us. Entire generations will know Earth is not to be trifled with. Mira nodded. Let them remember. Let every corner of the galaxy know that humans fight with everything they have, and we never give up. The lesson was clear. Humans were small compared to the Empire, but size and firepower were not everything. Courage, ingenuity, and unity were the true weapons of humanity. Earth had faced the impossible and survived. The galaxy had witnessed it. From that day forward, no civilization would ever underestimate humans again. Earth was no longer just a blue planet orbiting a common star. It was a symbol of resilience, of determination, and of a species that refused to bow to anyone. And as Captain Mira Thorne and her crew returned to Earth, the message was clear for all to see. Humans fight for their home. Humans fight for each other. And humans, no matter the odds, always win. The Galactic Empire had learned its lesson. Never ever underestimate Earth.